What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and some more Horus Heresy. We have something super exciting today that we have been looking forward to getting for a long time. Finally decided to pull the trigger here at Adepticon 2024, and thankfully they had one, and that is the almighty Thunderhawk. So kind of one of the holy grails here of the 40k or Warhammer collections here. So we're going to get this massive box opened up for you guys, and we'll sort out everything that we have inside, take you through all the pieces. Hopefully it's not terribly warped or deformed or anything like that, and no crazy like miscast or anything like that, and hopefully we'll be able to actually kind of relatively quickly proceed into the build phase. But we're super excited here just to unravel this massive kit. So it's definitely the biggest model we've ever worked on, so we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back and we got everything opened up here for the mighty Thunderhawk. So there is so much that goes into this. So we got our pretty lengthy assembly guide here, really nicely detailed too, and definitely a kit that you're going to want to follow step by step by step and very carefully, given of course that how A, just how many pieces there are, but B, this really is a centerpiece model for a collection, and obviously expensive as hell, so you probably want to get it right the first time, right? So nonetheless, we got that. Now let's just dig in on some of these many pieces. This thing, of course, just like some of the Titans and stuff like that, there's just so many different baggies with so many pieces of the kit and everything. So we're just going to kind of take a tour through all these things. Now, there's always a rep that some of these older kits get as far as horrible miscastings and things like that. And by and large, I would say 95% of this is actually in pretty good shape. Just a few things that have a little bit of bend to them that should be easily fixable. So that was definitely something that we tried to take a peek at before we actually made the purchase too, when we bought this at Adepticon. But so get an idea on the scale here too, and just some of the size of some of the relative components. So again, this is a big model, but we get our hunter killer type missiles included. Again, some of the assemblies here for the heavy bolters, hull pieces. So just kind of take a gradual tour here. So definitely something that you're not going to breeze through as well. Obviously, there's going to be just a ton of time spent removing all the things from the casting and stuff like that. But cool to see the interior detail as well, and really the only pieces that have maybe a little bit of a warp to them were some of the just main like body pieces, just in like some of the wall areas. But again, very minor as far as what we saw. So that's actually very was very exciting when we got that all opened up and sorted out, just to make sure that we weren't going to deal with too much of that. So again, the engine nozzles here, the nacelles, the wings too. So just to show you guys here, if we can get one of these up. So essentially one piece as far as like, you know, have to like glue the top and bottom of the wing together. And again, this alone already has some pretty hefty weight. But you can see where the landing gear is going to go, the wing heavy bolters, hunter killer missiles, nice and simple. Top side of it. So really cool stuff. We'll set that down carefully. Again, some of the engine intakes here. Oops, different bits all over the place. So cockpit area also is pretty cool. So it comes as this clear plastic here with some of the hull parts already molded on. So thankfully this is just essentially the one piece here, instead of having to mess with yet more and more tinier pieces. Again, there's a lot of good interior detail too if you want to go that route. You see some of the crew that you get there. More of the heavy bolters. Those are the ones I think that are up front, versus the other ones that we looked at, which are more in the back by the wings. Again, lots of great detail overall, so super excited for this kit. Again, interior details there. Just trying to figure out how much of that we're going to actually paint. The you get 20 of these. These are going to be all over the bottom of the hull. These are kind of like the thrusters that help it kind of stabilize and hover in air. So then getting into some of the other sub weapons here. So these are the las cannons that sit on kind of like the little stub wings towards the top. So pretty cool there. Again, heavy bolter sponsons here. You can see the chunkiness of the landing pads too. Versus the size that they are in some of the smaller plastic flyers that we're all familiar with by now. The idea too, that's the smaller wing that rotates. And so really the only piece that was damaged in the whole kit, which, you know, thankful for that, but on the other one of these, the second one of the pieces kind of snapped here, the part where the last can is going to rotate into. But thankfully, we were able to find it in the bag, and we will easily be able to fix that. Then also just to highlight too, so like the interior area is just, again, phenomenal detail here. So we're going to have to figure out as part of the build order just what the best way is of painting that. Might as well take the time since it is there. You can see where the pilot's feet rest and everything, so that's pretty cool. So, oops, good stuff there. The hull front here. This is the one where I was kind of talking about. So you can see there's a little bit of a bend on the side where my hand is at. So a little bit of work with that to get that back straight, but shouldn't be too big of an issue. Some of the air intakes and things like that. So again, a relatively brief tour through all these pieces, but taking a glance through the instructions, definitely, again, something to break down into stages and just take your time, not something that you want to rush through in any way, shape, or form. And then, of course, the business end. So that's the laser blaster. Now, it would have been cool, the base weapon, I think, is like essentially just like a large, like Baneblade type battle cannon. They don't include that in the kit, but I mean, a lot of times I think you're just going to want to spend the points and upgrade to the laser blaster thing here as well, just for taking on heavier targets. But it would be cool, given the expense of the kit, if they had included both gun types, I guess. So, minor gripe though, but if we got to complain about something, I guess we'll complain about that. So again, just to highlight some more of the pieces here. And let's see if we can grab this in the back here. So kind of the rear end. Got some pieces to poke through as far as where some of the other things will intersect here with the back end. So we got to do some knife work in there. But yeah, a lot of this kit really is just going to be removing all this stuff from dozens upon dozens, if not, I think, a couple hundred pieces. So, so that will be the real time-consuming, labor-intensive bit, and making sure that as part of clipping that we're not also damaging it. But then also just for size comparison too, compared to some of the regular like 100 kilo type missiles. So these are, I don't want to say like a fair bit bigger too. Looks like they got like four thrusters on them too. So pretty cool stuff. But yeah, so we'll once we get through the build, of course, we'll actually have a short little video also just showing it in its assembled but not like fully painted state yet for you guys. We'll probably do something like a building blog on it over on our Patreon. That'll be available to all of our subscribers too. So we do have a free tier there. So check that out for some progress on that. We're hoping to get cracking into this here over the next few days. And then obviously getting it built. So super excited to get to that stage. But that, guys, is a quick look at a Thunderhawk. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you have any questions about the kit, happy to answer, of course. And again, just other thoughts and impressions, or whatever we didn't cover here, certainly happy to answer any and all questions. And certainly feel free to ask away too about how the build process is going and stuff like that as we get up some content and stuff like that as we move forward. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll have more Horus Heresy for you guys very, very soon. Thanks for watching.